I wanted to make a quick video for everyone out there because I've gotten a number of questions from different people regarding, I talk a lot about changing your DNS servers. And I've had several people ask me, well, can you make a video on how to change my DNS servers? There's a slight problem with that. And the problem is this, because everybody has different internet service. Some have Comcast, some have Cablevision, some have Xfinity, some have Spectrum. There are dozens upon dozens upon dozens of different providers across the country. Most home networks, the DNS server settings are usually contained within your service provider's router or your own personal device if you replace the provider's router. And every single one of them is different in where that's located. It's going to be the same basic information. It's all going to be in a similar type of place, but it's practically impossible for me to tell you where to go in any one specific device unless I know the exact make and model and I can go look it up. And even then, the internet provider may have changed the code within the device, so it still could be different. The best thing that I can tell you is if you want to update your DNS settings, what you have to do on your router or on your ISP provider's router is look for any section on networking for your local area network. It could be labeled LAN, it could be labeled Ethernet, but it's going to be where your devices are going to connect to. What you want to look for is there's going to be something talking about a DHCP scope. What this is basically a pool of addresses where they dynamically assign one of the available numbers in your network to machines that come on your network and want to be able to get to the internet. When it assigns that number to that machine, it also tells them other important information like when you need to get to the internet, you need to go to this specific device. But more importantly, it tells the device you need to configure your DNS servers for this address and this address. Those are the things you want to change. A lot of times it may be set to something like automatic. It may be populated with different server addresses that are put in there from the internet provider, and you might have to select a different option so you can then type in them, or you might have to remove what's in there to add in the address information. But long story short, because every provider is different, every network's different, every device is different, and I could talk about one, say, Comcast Xfinity device, and it could be one of dozens of different configurations on the same device, depending on how old it is, what version it is, and so on. So the best thing that I can say to you is if you're trying to change your DNS settings, look at your device, look up the make and model of your device, create a Google search, and search for how to change DNS on, and then put in the make and model of the device you're using. Now, you may have to look on the device to see an admin login, username and password. You might have to even Google how to change it and see what they tell you. The addresses that they may originally tell you, you may have changed or someone else may have changed. Unfortunately, you're going to have to figure one or two things out. But the long and the short of it is, you're going to have to get into either your device or your provider's device to find where they have those settings and make those changes there. If I get a chance, I'll create a video to show you a couple of examples, but bear in mind, they're just going to be that. They're going to be examples. Probably not going to match what you have, but it'll probably give you a better idea of what they look like. If anybody else has any other questions, please submit them. I'm more than happy to record something, to record a video, or just like this, answer a question for you. And as always, stay grumpy.